Let's go. What's up, guys? Welcome back to a new video. And in today's video, we're gonna be continuing decision making. And in this module that we have going on, we covered if statements and elif and else. So we're just gradually learning. That's what we love. And I was gonna do a project for operators part two, but I decided that because of how much we learned from decision making, I'll just save the project for probably after this module. Cause let's see what basic IO output input. So I might hold it off till here or maybe here, cause I want to try to do something more complex this time around. So yeah, but let's start the video. The module. So let's do the master challenges that we didn't get to do yesterday. We'll do the recap and probably do this nested if node. So let's get to the mastery challenge. The variables a and b have missing values. Fill them so that the code inside the if statement will be executed. Make sure the if condition is true. So if a is less than b or b is greater than 10, then c will equal to 2. Oops. Okay. Let's see. Bonus, try to find more than one solution. So at the end of the program, this block of code needs to run so we could get 3. So let's see. So B5. So this should work because 5 is less than 12, and then 12 is more than 10. So yep, simple. Just making sure the conditions are met, and yeah, mastery challenge part 2. You're given code which gets as a input a number that indicates that the temperature in Celsius is stored in a variable named temperature. Don't modify the first line of the code. Your task is to set the value of the weather variable based on the following conditions. Okay, hold on. Okay, so yeah, your task is to set the value of the weather variable based on the following conditions. So similar how we did like one of these for the previous module. So we can have an if statement. So if freezing, um, okay now, because the freezing, the cold, mild, and hot, those are the we're saying the variable too. So if weather is below 0, then we are going to set weather equal to um freezing, and for cold if temperatures between 0 and 15, including 0 and 15. Including, okay. Um, and so we learned from this from the um so LF weather is between um 15 or 0. Um, so graded between 0 and between 15. Weather is um less than 15. And then we're gonna have a weather is gonna equal to code. Weather is gonna equal to code, capital C. And then mild LF um LF weather, we could just copy this because it's basically the same type of format but different numbers. Um so 25 and then between 16 and 25. And then now, else, if none of those apply, well, first, set the weather to mild if these, if the temperatures between these values. But if none of these apply, then it is gonna be hot. Else, weather, no, I think, first, I'm missing semicolons or colons. Else, um, weather equals hot, hot, hot. So invalid syntax, mild. Okay, forgot a equal sign, little syntax mistake. Not supported between instances of string and integer. Um, oh, I was doing weather. Okay, so I was trying to compare the weather, which is the thing we're changing, which is a string, instead of temperature, because temperature is determining our weather, not our weather determining our weather. So mi little mix up of variables right there, which makes sense. Temperature, temperature, else. Okay, should it run correctly? What is the issue? So, um, let's see. So else weather is equal to hot. So LF temperature is greater than 16 or equal to 16. Um, what's not making this right? Um, if temperature, okay, probably didn't realize we're supposed to put it over here. Maybe that fixes it. Yep, there we go. So just had to align my code to the right positions and stuff. Now let's do the recap. Recap calculator. You're given the code which gets as input two numbers n1 and n2 and a character OP. Note we will learn next lessons on getting input. The possible values for LP are plus, minus, division, and multiplication. So basically, we're just setting OP to if OP is equal to bang, then we're gonna make the two variables plus, minus, divide, multiplied. So yeah, so if OP is equal to plus, then n1 or set no result will equal to n1 plus n2. And now we could just copy this and go down a notch. We're gonna have to replace all of this elif, but that's fine. So elif, 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 and then let's just assign to minus, um, divide, division, and multiplication. So had an extra one right here. We could delete this code, and that would give us if equals for variable equal is to like if it's something is equal to another thing. So little arrow right there. Um, what is the issue? Oh, okay. Forgot to change the sign. So set this a minus. I changed it for the condition, but I didn't actually change it for the variables for the result. So now this should run. Yep, there we go. Alright, so now we will do our nested if else. Nested if else statements allow for hierarchical decision making. So if, and then if this runs, then we're gonna check another if, else, and then if that doesn't apply, then we're gonna run this else statement. So what's the value of allowed? Allowed equals false. Uh, um, 15. So it's just gonna stay false. It's just gonna stay false because that whole blue block of code does not run because we have h equals 15. And this if statement can only be placed inside the if block, not inside the else block. Else if uh e false. I feel like yeah. From number 65 row order. So okay, so set discount. If discount um no if is member, we're gonna check if they're greater than 65. If yes, then true. What does enter if else execute? Um, when age is greater than 21, it's gonna um um let's see. Oh yeah, when age is greater than 21 is true. Um, the inner if else executes whenever the um okay. Find the line where result gets assigned when x equals 5. Um, so if x equals 5, then it's gonna be small. And when age is true. There we go. Because the outer needs to get completed before the inner. Um okay. Alright, so write a program that determines the eligibility for a movie based on age and parental guidance. Given code, do not modify. Variable with parent boolean for okay. Use your task is to use the nested if else statements to set the message variable to one of the following strings. Okay. If age is older than 18, um, so we're doing it here. So, if age is greater than or equal to 18, set set message to um equal to you can watch any movie. And now um and then else if that's not true, else yeah else if um so else elif wait else because we do else we're not that's everything below 18, so that's already basically we have that. But if with parent is equal to no yeah if parent is equal to true, then set the message as message is equal to just copy the string since we have to do that. Um um yeah, okay. And then if else or elif no else set the message to you can only watch G-rated movies. So okay. Um so if age is greater than 18, you can watch any movie. Else if you're under the 18, if with parent true, you can watch PG movies, and else if that's false, then you can only watch G-rated movies. So that should run. Um, so if they're 17, so if they're 20, if the 20 year works, if they're 15 it works, If they're 14, it works. If it's 18, it works. Why is it not working when they're 17? Um, if age is greater than or equal to, I'm not sure what's the error. So let's see. They were 17 and they were with parent, which is true. Else, if with parent is equal to true, oh, it's not, the true is not capitalized. Okay, so this should run correctly or not. Okay, um, let's see. Let's try setting this to a boolean, like a set of set quotations. Let's try to set this to a boolean, and it should, yeah. So just have to set it, switch it from a string, like string to a actual boolean instead of not a boolean. So yeah, that's about it. If you liked today's video, like and subscribe. Comment on what you want to see, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.